Welcome back to Timeless Tales Africa, where ancient whispers meet modern hearts. Tonight, I bring you a high-class romance folktale set in the most elite academy on the continent. A story of love, betrayal, and a magical sapphire pendant that tests everything our heroes thought they knew. Lean in, listen close, because once this story begins, you won't want to let go. At Royal Crest Academy, nothing ever happened by accident. The marble floors gleamed too perfectly, the air smelled faintly of imported roses, and the students looked like they had walked straight out of fashion campaigns. It was the kind of school where every corridor held secrets, and every glance carried meaning. But on that evening, the rehearsal for the prestigious gala night, something truly unexpected shattered the perfection. Zara Anderson stood at the top of the grand staircase, her sapphire pendant sparkling under the golden chandeliers. Her gown was a custom silk blend flown in from Milan, her heels glistening with crystal trims. She was the girl everyone admired and envied, daughter of Gregory Anderson, the CEO of Africa's largest tech firm. Yet, beneath the flawless surface, Zara felt restless. The pendant around her neck, a family heirloom passed down for generations, had started to hum with a soft warmth over the past few days. No one else seemed to notice, but she did. As her heels tapped gently down the steps, she caught sight of someone who didn't belong in her world, Ryan Cole. He wore the school's blazer like a second skin, but his sneakers were worn, and his focus wasn't on the glamour. He was adjusting the sound system, sleeves rolled, eyes focused. Ryan wasn't from money, he was the top scholarship student. Rumors said he aced a national logic competition blindfolded. Zara had never spoken to him. She hadn't needed to. Until her pendant slipped. The chain broke without warning. The sapphire hit the marble with a crystalline chime. A soft golden mist poured out, swirling between her and Ryan. Words, ancient, glowing, impossible, floated in the space between them. Two hearts from divided worlds shall test the oath of the sapphire. Zara gasped. Ryan looked up sharply, stunned. Did you just see that? And in that instant, everything changed. The pendant had chosen. Zara barely slept that night. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw that golden mist swirling, the cryptic words echoing in her ears. By morning, the entire academy sparkled with gala night energy, but for her, every sound felt sharpened, every shadow deeper. In the hush between classes, Zara wandered into the East Wing library. Sunlight streamed through towering windows, scattering across marble floors. There, Ryan sat cross-legged on the floor, paging through old-school yearbooks. He looked up as if he had been expecting her. "The pendant," he said quietly. "It wasn't normal, was it?" Zara hesitated, then pulled the pendant from her pocket. It had fused itself back together, but faint cracks now ran across the stone. When she held it near Ryan, the air thickened, a faint whisper called around them, like wind carrying a voice. "Keep the vow, or lose what you cherish." Zara's heartbeat quickened. "Did you hear that?" Ryan nodded slowly. "Something is tied to this. Something old." Before she could respond, footsteps approached. A group of girls, all from Zara's circle, laughed as they turned the corner. Zara quickly slipped the pendant under her collar. She couldn't explain why, but she didn't want anyone to know yet. As Ryan gathered his books, his fingers brushed hers. A jolt shot through her, like the pendant itself approved. And in that quiet, luxurious hallway, Zara realized that something was binding them, something bigger than social class, something neither of them fully understood. Cliffhanger, as they parted, a shadow lingered at the end of the hallway. Someone had been watching. The next day, Zora found herself in the school's hidden conservatory, an indoor garden with a glass dome that overlooked the city skyline. She had asked Ryan to meet her there, somewhere quiet, somewhere secret. Ryan arrived with an old leather notebook. "I found this in the archives," he said, laying it open between them. On the faded pages were sketches of a sapphire pendant almost identical to hers. Underneath, written in spidery ink, "Those bound by the sapphire must never betray the heart it favors. Its glow reveals truth, its whisper warns of danger." Zara shivered. Betray, what does that even mean? Ryan looked up, eyes intense. "Maybe it means if we lie to each other, or hurt each other, something bad happens." They sat in silence, the weight of the words sinking in. For Zora, whose world had always been glitter and masks, the thought of being forced into truth was terrifying. For Ryan, who had learned to survive by keeping secrets, the pendant's oath felt like a threat. "I don't know why it chose us," Zora admitted softly, tracing the cracked sapphire with her fingertip. "Maybe," Ryan said, leaning back against the glass wall, "it didn't choose. Maybe it revealed something that was already there." Zara felt her cheeks warm. Was he suggesting fate had tied them together long before the pendant? The thought was both thrilling and dangerous. Outside the conservatory, someone snapped a photo with a phone camera, then slipped away before they noticed. And so, the shadows move. Under the golden dome of that hidden conservatory, two worlds that were never meant to meet found themselves bound by a sapphire older than time itself. But outside those glass walls, someone was already watching. Someone who knew far more than they did. And as the whispers of the pendant lingered in the air, one truth became clear. Nothing at Royal Crest Academy would ever be the same again. Don't go anywhere, this is not the end of their story. It's only the end of episode 1. The next chapter is coming soon, and trust me, things are only just getting started. If you want me to drop the next episode sooner, let me know in the comments by typing "next episode please." And don't forget, hit subscribe and turn on the bell notification bell so you'll be the very first to know the moment episode 2 drops. You don't want to miss what happens next.